I'm Mike Horowitz, an exec producer on Prison Break.
Vaun Wilmott, executive producer on Prison Break.
Was it just a matter that the stars aligned that we're getting it now, this finally after all these years?
Yeah, I mean, there's been different stories told about how it came about, and I don't really know which one is exactly accurate, to be honest. From my perspective, what I understand is that Paul Shearing, he had an idea for how to do it. Paul Shearing is the creator of the show, and I think he had a great idea to kind of bring it back in a way that the fans would enjoy, and I think that was the genesis or the seed that started the process.
Was there any regret for some of the corners he backed himself into in the finale movie, like killing Michael Scofield?
Yeah. Well, basically, Paul was around for seasons 1 and 2, and then he took off. So 3 and 4 were done by his friends and other writers, and but yeah, he is. He definitely had to extricate himself from some of those things at the end of the end of 4.
A lot of the guys that did 3 and 4, they were all involved in 1 and 2 as well, the first seasons, and they carried on. So, but he was aware of the stuff that he had to kind of deal with.
And how challenging was that to find a way that's, I assume that was all a dream?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. Without giving away too many spoilers, we're not doing the Larry Hagman dream sequence.
Right.
It was Patrick Duffy.
Oh, was it? Thank you for that. Dallas.
One of them. Yeah. No, I think the excitement about this was that Paul kind of finally figured out a really cool way to bring him back from the dead. And I suppose we should not tell anybody that he's alive, but I think it's pretty obvious that Wentworth Miller's in it
from the trailer. And the idea, and you guys have probably heard a little bit about it, which is this idea of the Odyssey and Odysseus, and that journey, that mythological journey, was really the structure which he used to formulate the idea for the season.
You have 9 episodes for this season. Do you expect fans to feel closure after they're done, or are we going to feel like we want more when it's over?
I think, it has a lot of the elements and the feel of season 1. It has all of that. All the things that I think the audience loved, which is the brothers, connecting, the love of family, the tattoos that are the mysteries and the things that need to be solved, the big twists and turns. And I think at the end they are going to be so satisfied, and I also think, you never know in terms of going forward.
Are you saying the tattoos are back?
Some tattoos are back.
Yeah.
There have been a couple of sequels to TV shows. Where does Prison Break succeed where others have failed?
I'm sorry, say that again?
Yeah.
There have been a couple of sequels to TV shows right now, right? So that's a trend. And where will Prison Break succeed where others have failed?
Like, for example, X-Files that got rebooted. Right.
Oh, yeah. In terms of event series?
Yeah.
The interesting thing for me, being new to it, because Mike and I were not involved in the original iterations, the first 4 seasons, I'm astonished by the fan base and how big it is. I mean, on my Twitter, it's just all over the world. It's rabid, it's passionate. They love these brothers, they love these characters, so you never know, but I think the chances are good that people are really going to enjoy it and really come back. And I think Netflix has, at least the people that are following my Twitter account, a lot of them are young. Yeah. So they must have discovered that on Netflix, and now they're,
And it's also exciting just to have 9 episodes so you can tell a kind of cool, fun, close-in story. It's kind of all killer, no filler, that you don't have to, get lost in the middle of the season and meander around. So, I think it's really fun.
Was that easier show planning purposes wise for you guys to have a shorter season? Like, did it give you less room? Do you feel like you had less room to play, or was it just right?
I think 9 was great. Yeah. I mean, the good thing about it is, what is it? No filler, no killer, no filler?
All killer, no filler? I don't know what that term is.
You do feel like every episode is like a bullet, and there's there's so much production value, so much story, so much. I mean, you really do get a lot in 9 episodes. Maybe if you had spread that out at 22, maybe it would have been a little thinner, not as event or not as exciting.
How challenging was it to decide which other prisoners would be involved, like
I think it's really challenging because the fans love these guys and they want as much of these other characters as they can get. But you've got to tell a coherent story that this moves the whole time, and it's just this fun freight train. And so you need to have good creative reasons to involve the characters and give the fans what they want.
So was it a challenge to sort of bridge the gap between like the nostalgia kind of storytelling and showing something new?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Paul doesn't care that much about nostalgia. Paul just wants to tell a great story and get everybody on and tell a story that that he was excited about and involving our main cast. And so I think there were times where we probably wish we could have had more people back at times. Yeah. But it was more important just to tell the great story.
And it did. The 9 episodes in that way did limit it a little bit in terms of just the ability to service everybody that you would have loved to have serviced. And I think Paul had to make those hard choices just to tell that story.
And also, sorry about that. We also don't want to be just nostalgic. Like, there's a bunch of new characters who are exciting that we think the audience is going to be really excited about.
Yeah.
Is there any way you can get into this 9 episodes without seeing anything prior? Will you understand the story at all?
I think you absolutely can. Yeah. I don't think you have to watch the first 4 at all.
It'll help,
but I don't think it's necessary.
Right, it'll help, and there are like Easter eggs and little lines and callbacks. But absolutely, you could start as long as they're brothers, they love each other. There was this prison thing in the past.
Some tattoos.
Yeah, exactly.
Some guys.
Right.
Yeah.
How long did it take? How long did it take before you had the main cast back? Did it take a lot to convince everybody to come back?
Mike and I came on after all those negotiations. They were really being finalized when we came on. But from what we understand, it was a grueling process because they're all on different shows. They're all doing other things. So just in terms of scheduling them all and making sure we had windows for everybody, I think was tricky, but it worked out.
Yeah, the scheduling was tough. The actors were all really excited about it.
All wanted to come back. And all really excited to come back. And I think from another thing I've heard about the genesis of it is Dom and Went really wanted to do it and really also drove that process.
What are your favorite TV shows right now?
For me, it's Game of Thrones, The Americans, Peaky Blinders. I love Colony, Fargo. I mean, I could go on.
Yeah, I'll go all those. And what else? I'm really excited about checking out BoJack. Now that BoJack's back.
Yeah.
There's too much to watch.
I know there is way too much. It's no. You guys have tough jobs.
In the same way that the original series had all these really distinct, interesting characters like Teabag and Sucre and C-Note, and with all kind of their own stories and they're all vibes. This new season has a group of characters that have similar attributes in terms of they're really distinct, they're really interesting, and they feel like a whole nother group like they did in season 1. It's a cool group.